Hello and welcome, this is Mousecunner, and we're back with some more of the multi-consumer products playthrough of Stellaris using the MegaCorp DLC. Now, I do have a couple things to look at before we get started. There is a building slot that is opened up on Gorath. I don't have the minerals to really do anything with it right now. We're a little low. But, having looked at things, I am leaning towards hollow theaters here. I don't think I've built one of these yet, and not only does it give Unity, which is something that is pretty good, but it gives a crap ton of amenities, which would help with the happiness of my population. Not something I've really been keeping a big eye on, but really could help in some areas, especially our workers not particularly happy, so that might be a good idea to get something like that. Otherwise, we could just go with production or things like that, but yeah, I think I'm going to go with the hollow theaters perhaps. Another choice is the luxury residences, which would give us housing, something we sorely need, and it would give us amenities as well. But yeah, I think hollow theaters is the way I'm going to go. We also have the possibility of upgrading the precinct house. Now, for this, I need two resources. I need minerals, and I need quite a few minerals, and I also need the exotic gases. At least I believe that's what it's called. Yeah, exotic gases. We are producing that. It'll take a little bit of time. Not too much time. As a matter of fact, I think the minerals are more going to be a concern at the moment. But yeah, I'm probably going to look to get the hollow theaters. I also am probably going to have to build another city district in here. And I'm probably also going to need to do that and just about every one of my planets at the moment because housing is starting to run low. We also have not a lot of amenities in our other systems. As a matter of fact, they're probably a better candidate for the hollow theater. Yeah, now that I think about that, maybe luxury residences would be the better choice here, and then we do the hollow theater somewhere else. Because we don't really need as many amenities here, and I'm going to also probably build a city district at some point. But yeah, a lot of things that I need to do that require minerals, and we just are real short on minerals at the moment. There's a possibility we're going to be in conflict with these guys here. But the more I think about it, the more I think I should wait for this technology to come out. So I could really crank out more ships. 30 naval capacity is quite a big deal. And it's probably one of the reasons why these guys are ahead of me as far as their naval power goes, or their fleet power. Well, in any case, we can continue to move forward. Any alloys that I'm able to build up, we will use to build up our star bases. I have a couple candidates. This system, I think would be good candidates for increased. Oh, there's another thing that I wanted to look at, and that's the science ship here. I think it finished its survey. Where do we want to send it? Honestly, I think continuing to survey over here is maybe not in our best interest, because this is more likely going to be a point of expansion for the Vem Star Court. And it does appear that they can expand, even though they are a subsidiary. I think vassals typically cannot. I may be misremembering that, unless you're having the feudal trait, I think is the way that you can do that. But yeah, we surveyed this system. This was not a system that these guys controlled, but now it is. So clearly they can expand. Well, that's good to know. I think we start surveying things that are a little closer to home. That is a little bit more likely that we may expand into, like for example, this star system here. And I'm also sending this science ship over. I was looking around on the map and I realized I never surveyed this star here. And the reason I didn't at the time was because it was a dead end. But really, I should get in there and survey that. So in the meantime, I'm sending my fleet. Let's take a look at our trade. What is the problems as far as piracy goes? Oop. Actually, piracy is not too bad. Mostly it's this system here that seems to be a problem. I was going to send the Anchor, which is our most powerful fleet. I was going to send them into this capital here, or this starbase here. But if I'm not going to push the conflict, maybe we just focus on our trade at the moment. I think that conflict is a little too far out. I don't have enough resources to really push it. These guys are very powerful. And although I do have some distractions against them right now, these guys are raiding them. I paid them to raid the guys that are our rivals, and I did rival them in the last video. All right, well, in any case, let's continue here. Now, as far as continued expansion goes, I really don't think it's a good idea. We're already over our administrative cap. And I also have some things that are going to drive that even further in the future. Okay, through hard work and experience, Has developed new skills. All right, well, let's see. Eye for talent. That sounds like it's good. Let's go ahead and click on the person. So eye for talent, leader level cap +1. That's actually really good because that means they can go over the normal cap of 5 to get into 6, which is good. And then they also get more experience as well to help get you there. A lot of my leaders are quite aged though, so not sure if she's going to be able to take advantage of that or not. Guess we'll find out. That's an ability that's really useful if you get it early on. Okay, so we're just going to kind of sit in this system, and at that point, our trade should be perfect. Yeah, 100% across the board. We're getting 233 trade, which is nice. If I can do anything to expand that, I obviously will. And that will be things like upgrading the star bases. That will be how we get there. We do have enough minerals to build this building now. And I think I've talked myself into the luxury residences. This will push our housing needs aside for the meantime. It will cause us to have a little bit of job problems. But if we do build another city district, that will take care of it. Because we're going to get... Yeah, so we'd have 5 housing after I do this. And we have 4 jobs. So we'd run out of jobs before we run out of housing. So we're going to have to figure that out. But for now, that's what I'm going to do. And yeah, mostly we're just looking at this point, especially... Oh, okay, we just had somebody die. One of our governors has died. What are you the governor of? I'm going to guess one of our planets. Yeah, okay. So Regulus lost its leader. So let's go ahead and go into the leaders here. And grab ourselves another... No, I thought I had 2 governors. Not governors. 2 admirals at one point, but maybe I'm mistaken. Maybe I meant to and I just didn't. Oh well. Let's go ahead and take a look at what governors we can get. Leader lifespan, intellectual, eager. Where eager makes you nice and cheap. And cheap to upkeep, but you are older than the other 2 candidates. Now, if I remember correctly, Regulus does have... we can take a look at that. Yeah, they do have research labs, so it would make sense to take that. 1 leader. So I think that's a leader I'm going to take, because we would get a bonus from this. So yeah, let's recruit this person. And then we're going to go ahead and grab Regulus and assign the free leader. Okay. And I believe that is being worked last time I checked. So that would be under researchers. Yeah, both job slots are being taken. So we should get full benefit of that governor. So that's good. All right, let's continue. As a matter of fact, I think we can speed up time here because we're not really waiting on anything. There was a time when I was waiting on a lot of starbase upgrades. But at the moment, we really just don't have the resources to do any of that. We're running into a food deficit. I'm going to guess population. More population has popped out. So last time I looked, we were at 99, so we're at 101. All right, so how crucial is our housing situation at the moment? I'm not actually sure where that population came out. I mean, clearly Regulus. Oh yeah, okay, yeah, there was 2 housing here before. We also are at a point where we have no more jobs, so I have to do something about that, like, right now. But we know we need housing. We also need food. How are things going here? So, we have all our farmers filled out. Yeah, I think we need... We need another agriculture district. Now, this is going to push me even further with the administrative cap, but obviously we don't want to run food deficits, and the more population we get, the more that's going to be a problem. So, yeah, let's go ahead and do that. So, Oh, we don't have the minerals, though. Well, we can get the minerals by going into the market. I don't really want to wait around too long. As long as the prices are decent here. We'll go ahead and grab 500 minerals to push us along. And then we'll go into... I believe it was Regulus we were looking at. Yeah, Regulus. We're going to go ahead and build that. That will take care of both the housing and job need at the moment. So we'll go ahead and build. And then the other thing is Hicklum over here. Yeah, they're the other one that got that. So they have one extra job. Here I'm leaning towards getting a city district. I mean, honestly, that may be a concern over in Regulus. Although we are going to have our 25th point in Regulus. So we will get this building. And I think I'm going to do the Hollow Theater. So we already kind of decided on that. Okay, so over here, we could go with mining. That wouldn't necessarily be a bad idea because we also are kind of desperate for mining. So yeah, I'll go ahead and build one of those. I'm just a little concerned about the amenities. But again, we'll get to that 25th point, and then we can do something that will give us amenities. So you know what? It's not a bad idea. Let's go with mining. We do need it. Okay, well that's all that stuff taken care of. Oh, yeah. Unfortunately, I didn't really save up minerals. Are we on the strategic resources that we need for that? Not quite yet, so we would have to wait anyway. Alright, well, that's going to be that. Yeah, so this is just the point. I don't think we're really ready for a war at this moment, although I do have enough alloys so we can upgrade a base. Now, I'm thinking this is the location that I would have a little bit more priority towards because of the gateway. Now, the gateway is not active yet, so that's one of the reasons why it wouldn't be that big of a priority. The other one would be just Gargantua because it's a very key system. It's what's collecting a lot of our trade right now. Although I guess technically this system is doing the same. If I am remembering correctly. No, we don't have a trade hub here. So yeah, it all comes down to Gargantua. Now, as far as what I would do with Gargantua if I upgraded it, I would probably put anchorages here. Maybe a little bit of defense, but not a lot. But yeah, an anchorage for sure. And then I don't know what I would do with this slot just yet. But yeah, sure, let's just go ahead and upgrade it. It does take long enough time that it's worth doing when we have the alloys. And that's really all we have to do at the moment. Okay, let's continue. Hopefully we can get some tech to get our admin cap up so we can do a little bit of expanding. Because at the moment, I have a lot of needs that are just going to push us further and further over this admin cap.
Incoming inquiry.
Okay. Get a research agreement. I would be happy to do that. I think we already have one with these guys who I can never remember their name. The Golden Foundation. I'm not even going to try and do that one. But yeah, Ver, yeah, okay. As a matter of fact, how are we doing with our different contacts at the moment? I do want to check on that war. So let's just sort this. Okay, so the Imperium of Ver, they have a research agreement. We also have a research agreement with the Golden Foundation. What can we do with these guys? Can we get like a migration treaty or something? I think that was the thing we were closest to, was getting the... Okay, so we're ways away. I would like to get these guys allies, to be totally honest with you. Oh, okay. Yeah. Because our enemies have a lot of alliances, so that would be very useful. Alright, so that's them. Let's see what we can do with these guys. So they're a little bit more willing to do a defensive pact than it seems to Ver. We can do a migration treaty, which I will do in a second. Yeah, let's offer that. So our population will be able to freely move between both empires. This will increase their trust of us by 0.25 each month, up to a maximum of 75. Okay, let's go ahead and confirm that. Alright, now let's look at our enemies here. So actually, these guys are a little bit friendly to us. Let's see how their war is going. Attacker war exhaustion, defender war exhaustion. Now they're the defender. So that means that the Eliminan, who are technically not friends of ours, they're losing. And that includes our ultimate rival, because they're the attacker. They're losing. So I was going to keep an eye on this. And I was gonna go, okay, so if these guys start winning their war, well, technically it's their war. If these guys start winning their war, I would push in on these guys. But it looks like the reverse is happening. A lot of it comes down to if these guys are really helping for the war. And then it's possible the raid I launched is distracting them enough so they're not helping. But if ever that switches and it goes the other way around, where these guys are starting to win, I may push, because then I would assume this guy has pushed a lot of his fleet into this war to attack here, because this is where their ultimate objective is. I'm assuming that hasn't happened yet. So that's another reason why I haven't really done the war yet.
Outlier identified.
Cool, we got an anomaly. We'll just leave that be for now.
Upscaling complete.
Okay, and that was... Okay, yeah, we finished the luxury residences. So we have a little bit more amenities. So our population is a tad bit happier. That's good. And then... once I get enough minerals, I'll go for this upgrade, because that's going to be the next thing on our horizon. And I'm also assuming that we have passed the migration treaty. Yeah. Now, that may mean population points leave us. But the way that they do things now, it may be a little bit different. So we will have to keep an eye on our pop points, see where they go. But at the same time, what that might mean is we gain population from these guys, especially if they have reach their limits. But really, maybe it's a concern for me because I'm playing tall. I might lose population, but you know, we're not really running into any problems. Oh, these guys have declared a rivalry in me. I'm not going to return that favor because they're too far away from me in my mind to rival them back. So we're just going to hold off on that. Now I'm curious, do these guys kind of like me? Do they know anybody? So mandate of these guys here. Do they know anybody that we don't know about? I just find it odd that there's so much empty space here and we don't know about any contacts. It's possible that these guys that don't really like me, or these guys here, they might know something, but not that we are aware of. What about the Gorf citizen state? They're here. The Gorf citizen state, double check, yeah, okay. The Gorf citizen state doesn't seem to know anybody that we don't know. Okay. Just thought I'd take a look at that. Because again, there's a lot of space in here that we haven't really figured out if there's anything here yet. It's possible these guys have some contacts. But... and they are the... I'm guessing they don't like me because they have blocked off guys here. Yeah, they don't know anybody either, at least not that we are aware of. Okay. Well, let's continue.
Upscaling complete.
Okay, so we finished our construction in Hicklum, so we have that extra housing, so we can get to the 25 that we're looking for. Both here and in Regulus. Now, Regulus, I am definitely concerned about the amenities, as I am also concerned in Hicklum, so we'll just have to keep an eye on that. We can get rid of all this.
Outlier identified.
Okay, good.
Incoming transmission.
Non-aggression pact invitation. Bag Oros. I want to see where they are. Okay, so they're the ones that are being attacked. The question is, I don't think this affects influence or anything like a true defensive pact does, but we could check that. It may, because we already have some, yeah, non-aggression pacts do indeed consume influence. I will take it because these guys are a possible ally, as they are enemies of a lot of the guys that we're enemies with. So yeah, sure. And let's take a look at that real quick. So they are here, and we will build trust with them. I could always get rid of slavery if that's going to be a problem for me, but oh, okay. Let's see what we can do with them. How far away they are from it, various things. Migration treaty appears to be one of the closer things. Yeah. Okay. Well, again, we'll build trust with them. They'll get more to liking me over time. And as a matter of fact, speaking of time, it is that time to wrap things up in this episode. So I hope you guys have enjoyed. This is Mousegunner signing out.